Why hello there ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another video. This is Car Juice, and here's the squeeze on the 2016 BMW M235. See, this is a 320 horsepower vehicle that is available for sale at BMW Cincinnati North, the dealership that I work at, for $24,000. This car has right around 80,000 miles, is a two-owner vehicle, and is furnished in the beautiful Estoril blue. This color was only available on the M Sport variants of the vehicle, and it is a highly sought-after color. It has these really nice 18-inch wheels and tires on it, 225s on the front. These are Pirelli tires, and it's got the matching blue brake calipers. This is the last year of the N55 engine running in these cars, which is a turbocharged 6-cylinder, making plenty of power. It sounds really good. Sample clip for you of the exhaust, and now. Yeah, this thing sounds really good. It's a perfect driver's car, and you know, right in that mid to low $20,000 range. So this car has the Dakota leather seats, which are nice. You could get these optional with a oyster kind of band that ran down the side of the side bolsters here, which does make these things look a little bit nicer. I do wish that this car had that as an option, but that's okay. These seats are still really supportive, and they are quite nice whenever you are going into corners and stuff like that too. This one also has the M Sport steering wheel, which was specific to, you know, the M Sport models, or a standard feature on the M235. This is really nice merino leather, which is high quality, and it still feels brand new. Paddle shifters are quite nice, and this is the best steering wheel that BMW's ever made. I think it's even nicer than the ones that we're putting in our current cars. Windows are already tinted. Car has the Harman Kardon audio system, which sounds really good. As far as back seats and legroom and stuff like that goes, I'm 5'8", and the vehicle is currently set up for my driving position. But I can sit in the back seat with, you know, plenty of legroom. I would probably say, let's get the old finger meter out. Probably about 4 or 5 inches of legroom or so in the back seat, if not maybe a little bit more, maybe 6 inches of legroom. No heated seats or anything like that in the back seat here, but totally usable. If you are a little taller, if you're actually tall or even average height, you're probably gonna have a bad time sitting in the back seat. But if you have short friends, you're gonna be just fine. Short friends are good. These rear seats do fold down, so if you need the extra space in the trunk, you can still have plenty to do any kind of longer road trip or anything like that. For 2 people, this car has plenty of space. M235 door cards. As you open the door, you can see what kind it is, in case if you forgot. And then moving on to the back seat in the trunk area, this car has plenty of you know, rear cargo space and everything like that as well. Press that once there. No power closed trunk or open trunk or anything like that, but I think I could fit myself in there probably about 2 or 3 times. Yeah, so that's kind of the run through on the exterior of the vehicle. Let's go on the inside, and I'll show you guys a couple of more cool things. Alright, so inside of the M235, creature comforts are quite nice. You do have a heated steering wheel button located just on the left side of the column there. Nice and high quality. You have iDrive 4, which is kind of where I think vehicle operating systems should have stayed. It does pretty much everything that you'd need it to do. You can play your phone up for Bluetooth, no Apple CarPlay or anything like that, but it'll tell you the name of the song. You've got radio, Sirius XM, your contacts can sync over. No crazy interior lighting settings or anything like that on the car. Basically, you're just going to have the pathway lighting on the outside, and you can change the ambient lighting from sport to classic, basically orange or white. So the operating system for the car is very, very simple. You have some cool BMW stuff back before they moved the lock and unlock settings here to the doors. This was to, apparently, I believe there's several different stories, but you could save money on the length of cable. Some people say it's to save weight with the central locking, but it's probably to save money on not having to run as much copper around the entire vehicle to do that sort of thing. You do have 2 cup holders conveniently located on the center of the dash. Very, very nice. They are deep and they don't go too crazy. You've got a little spot to store coins and stuff like that where the ashtray would be. Multiple different driving modes. You can put it into Sport or Sport Plus. Sport Plus disables the traction control and makes it sound pretty good. The M55 sounds so good. It's a lot higher revving and less diesel sounding than the B58. It's just a great motor. Not as good as the B58 as far as tuning or reliability or even being a motor goes, but being a BMW guy, it's really nice to hear something that's not a B58 because that's all that I hear every single day. 86,000 original miles on this car. Again, 2-owner vehicle, which is kind of cool. And then you've got the comfort mode, which is just going to not be as loud or anything. Still get a little bit of frapped taps. And then you can put it down to eco mode, which is going to let the car coast on the highway and get you a little bit better gas mileage and everything. This car has the aluminum mesh effect interior trim, which is nice and doesn't scratch as easy as some of the other trims, such as the piano black. As far as terms for our test drive goes, we're going to be using Sport Plus. This car does have adaptive suspension, so it's going to lean in the corners and be really engaging to drive. Speaking of driving, I'm going to put you guys right there. All right, so time to take this thing on a little bit of a spin. The seatbelt is a little bit hard to grab because it's so far behind you. Some of the newer BMWs have a little guard that kind of walks the steering wheel out to you. They did that back on the E92, so they've had that for a while. The 2 Series is small enough that they don't deem it necessary to have the runner for the seatbelt, but that's okay. I'll just die, BMW. Totally understand. 2016, crazy. Yeah, that is 8 years ago now. 2025s are about to start coming out, so it's basically 9 years ago from whenever this car would have first came out. Not first came out. This car came out in 2014. It replaced the 1 Series that ran from 2008 to 2013. So 2014 was the first year for the M235, which is really where the M brand started going. Some would say downhill, some would say modifying it. I would say downhill, even though I work here. It's just not the same as it used to be. This car does the M thing pretty darn good. You know, the car handles very fun, it sounds good, it's fast. With a 4.6 second 0 to 60 time, it's not like it's some just outdated basic baby M car. It doesn't have a special M motor or anything like that, but it's a lot of fun. It's got nice snap, crackles, and pops. I always wanted one of these back whenever I was like 18 and bought my first BMW. I had said by the time I was 24 I was going to own an M235. I was working at a small little car lot at that point and never thought that it was going to be possible. And now I've worked for BMW for 4 years and have had the opportunity to drive a lot of different cars. And if I was able to find one of these that was in the 40,000 mile range that I could just sit on, I would definitely consider picking up one of these cars. They're so fun, and they're pretty reliable. It's the last year for the M55. All the little things have been gone through. You know, oil filter housings and water pumps. You know that stuff is going to end up coming up, and these are generally pretty reliable. You'll just have to basically keep your eye on the turbos and you'll be good to go. Some wheels, a nice set of lowering springs, and this thing would be a nice weapon for a daily driver or an occasional weekend fun car. Great little vehicle. But yeah, that was my review of the 2016 BMW M235 with the 8-speed ZF transmission. If you guys liked this video, please consider dropping a like on the video, commenting down below what you think. If you have any particular questions, put those down there as well, and I will do my best to respond to every single one of them. Yeah, make sure you guys subscribe. Goal is to hit 10,000 subscribers this year, and we're right around 2,500, so hopefully it's doable. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys later. Deuces.